rest of the round, Ian?
Possibly. So we have a matchup of blue-red Kiki against mono-green Tron.
Oh, I feel like that sort of fits into the flavor of classic modern matchups, where I think of blue-red Tron versus Splinter Twin.
Oh,
Not
absolutely.
exactly the same, but familiar enough. Definitely cousins.
And we're just on game 2, so at the very least we have a game 3 that we have to hit as well. So I
Well,
think we could ride this one to victory here.
yeah, but Tron winning game one is uh, it's problematic for gonna go to three.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. But, you know, Tron's on. I'm not sure if this is Mulligan 1 or 2. But,
It doesn't matter. Especially with the London Mulligan, I feel like as long as Tron starts with like four cards, you gotta have a way to interact with them, or you're just gonna lose still.
well, Remand can be good in the Tron matchup. And Andre does have a Kiki Jiki in hand, so if they are able to find a Pestermite,
Wow, I can't believe chat is rooting for Tron.
yeah, whoa. This is,
I mean, yeah, wow.
ooh,
I mean,
Aaron.
I never fault anyone for playing Tron, but I feel like it's very rare to see people actively root for Tron. Yeah, especially when you have something sweet like you're trying to resolve a 5 mana 2/2 creature to win the game.
Aaron flexing with the full art, I believe foil Once Upon a Time, into one of my favorite art basic forests. That's the foil arena promo Urza Saga Forest.
Well, you're not bluffing playing Astrolab in that case.
Nah, nah. Yeah, ain't no reason to bluff playing Astrolab. Yeah, Aaron has a nice looking deck, some old antiquities Tron lands and some,
I think, as the kids would say, aesthetic.
yeah.
I don't know if kids still say that. They did like five or
Oh,
six
Once
years
Upon
ago.
a Tron is good.
I feel like that's ripe for some sweet altars.
Yes. Just hide like in the background. You just hide like a little power plant egg and like a tower. There's just a tower somewhere in there.
Gather around and let me tell you the story of
Oh,
Urza.
all right. Well, turn 3 Tron is happening. Some
Uh,
Brineborn Cutthroat action.
you gonna play some spells on Aaron's turn, Andre?
Okay, there's a Force of Negation in Andre's hand, so
All is not lost.
yeah.
It's only lost the turn after this. So Brandborn Cutthroat is a creature that has 2 power and it flies. And whenever you play a spell on your opponent's turn, it gets a 1/1 counter on it. And Andre is going to try to have some kind of interaction, counter some of Aaron's spells. And then Andre eventually is going to play a card like Pestermite or Deceiver Exarch. I'm not sure the numbers of both in their build. That when it comes into play, you're able to untap another permanent you control with a Kiki Jiki, which is a haste creature that is able to tap and copy a creature you have. So basically, you make infinite little dudes and swing for a victory. Aaron is trying to assemble 3 lands, which just happened. That when all 3 are in play, they generate lots of mana, and then cast really large game-ending threats.
And actually, Urchin noting Aaron picked up half the deck. I'm honestly surprised that like Tron. I feel like you should just pick up the top card because you know it's there. You know the land you were looking for. It's definitely the top card.
Oh yeah, 2 Force of Negations, swinging for 3.
So Andre putting up a fight here. We've got some counter spells. As long as Aaron is not able to toss out an Ulamog,
Do we need some dice for this cutthroat?
I can see the little die there.
Oh, is there a die?
Yeah, come on,
Oh.
old man.
I got in my eyes.
Captain Small Dice. Those are like 4 times the size of your dice that you put us through last stream.
I smell a Snapcaster Remand.
Ooh, that's 2 counters on the Brian Bourne. I like this. Yeah, he is Captain
Oh,
Small Dice.
O
It's true.
Stone.
Just this casual.
I think we're gonna
Yeah.
force a
Yep.
negation
Yep.
this. Yeah, you got to do that.
Yep. And get your counter.
Ooh, Royal
Nice.
Scions is
Good
pitched.
stuff, Andre.
So we're gonna have another force a negation for that Karn when it comes down again. So
Aaron, if you listen to this, we're just rooting against you for this match because we desperately need to get a third match here. We've been out there in the wild searching for matches so long that we need this match to go 3.
yeah, and that remand should be exiled. We will make sure if that becomes relevant to go out and notify the players. I've already jumped out of my seat so many times.
And this is
cast.
one that we actually know we're right
yeah,
about.
this one's totally right. We didn't screw this one up.
Coming in for 8
That's
here.
a hefty swing. This is I'm kind of surprised at the cutthroat here. I do love me a remand deck.
This is huge. So if Aaron is not able to find probably exactly Ulamog, I guess Wormcoil Engine might get there too. Because Brineborn does not.
Ugin or Ulamog?
Yeah. Well, Ugin.
Ugin's going to get countered.
Yeah. We need a creature. I think it has to be a creature here to get through what Andre has. So maybe Aaron tossing out a little tester. Okay, that's not a tester. It's a must counter. And then we'll follow it up with probably another must counter. Probably a Karn here.
It's going to be a Karn.
And Andre just has Kiki in hand.
Oh, Cutthroat, you did so much.
Oh, no.
Well, I feel like at this point we're going to get Aaron into bolt range, though. So, I mean, you're going to get a swing. Okay, it's interesting that Andre did that because we were maybe could have played Kiki the next turn to get a swing.
We didn't have enough
for 4.
red mana.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I see what you're saying. If we drawn the red.
Yeah.
Okay. Kiki's doesn't really.
It copies Snapcaster
It's
and you
true.
swing it for 4, bring your opponent to bolt range.
Yeah. That's a good point. And yeah, as it is, we're just looking at a handful of lands and the Kiki, so.
Oh, we attack Karn. Interesting. Well, I guess Aaron or Andre has lands left in hand, so if Karn pluses, then you just pitch a land.
Right.
I do sort of like. I kind of liked going after Aaron when he's so low, but reasons, I'm sure.
Okay. This is pretty scary if you're Andre. This Ulamog mana is still available here.
Well,
and,
that's pretty good.
Speak of the Mog. This one might be slipping away from...
That is kind of why I liked the attack to Aaron, because then you leave yourself live to a couple like top deck bolts.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in a world of hurt currently. Another Kiki off the top.
Ooh. Well, see, okay, if Andre had played Kiki, copied Snapcaster, attacked for 4, still would have been in trouble. But would have at least had Aaron into bolt range.
Disney Princess Quinn, I don't think you should ever concede just off the bat based on a matchup. Unless you have other things that you'd really like to do, including eat food or drink a drink or something. However, I do think that Burn has a pretty good matchup against Tron.
Yeah, unless Tron resolves a Wormcoil, it's pretty hard for them to beat Burn. It's not unwinnable, but Tron usually relies on playing some big threats that'll exile your opponent's permanents and then eventually take control of the game and kill you with attacking with a giant creature or worm coil or something, but it's basically a resource destruction strategy, it feels like.
All right. Well, it looks like Aaron takes it. A little unfortunate for Andre. I wonder if Andre had Blood Moons in the sideboard and just wasn't able to find them. Blood Moon can be a pretty hard hitter in this matchup. Can just kind of, especially with that Brineborn Cutthroat just being a turn away from getting there for lethal.
I was pretty impressed with the Cutthroat, to be honest.
As was I. I thought that card was really mopey when I first saw it. And granted, this is kind of best case scenario where it's dropped on turn 2, there's no interaction with it, and it's just kind of allowed to do its thing.
I feel like that's the case now that Force of Negation is a card, is that you're sometimes less punished by tapping out on earlier turns to play a threat, being able to hold that back to interact with your opponent on their turn. So it's definitely an interesting deck, and would want to see more of it.